Hello, all. I want to speak to anger and rage and 5 specific ways to work with it, just to give you some ideas. Maybe you've heard them, tried them, maybe you haven't. And this was a question asked by someone particular student who just said, how do I work with the rage? So I'm going to speak about rage and anger interchangeably, really. But as you know, when you hit the energy of rage, it's kind of different than how most of us would use the word anger. There's an intensity and a passion in it that is unlike your average angry moment. And it's actually a very beautiful thing to hit the place of rage if you can do it and see it in yourself without judgment, and you're in a safe space. It's a beautiful thing to see because there's such potency and intensity in the energy. It's part of the life force of who you are. You truly have power and potential that is immeasurable. I don't think we, as human beings on the planet, we've tapped into what is our potential. So let's say we just don't know. And when you can see a blocked piece of in your body around rage, an emotional energy of rage, I encourage you to think of it as your life force, as part of your passion. In the same way, if you could look at a raging volcano and an erupting active volcano, and you could look at that from a safe distance, we would look at that with some awe, and some reverence. Awe and reverence toward the power of it, the magnitude of it. It's pretty amazing. I have had a chance to see that in Hawaii, and I absolutely felt a lot of awe and humility in front of that lava spewing out. But our human emotion, the most natural thing, is to be scared of rage, to shy away from really strong anger, because we have a history on the planet, certainly, of hurting each other. And I've spoken about anger before, but I wanted to speak about rage in this particular question asked around how do you work with it? What do you do with it? The first thing is recognizing it and then saying it. Hopefully you can say it to someone like me or another, where you can say it free of shame. Because we really do not need to add any shame to our experiences. It's usually heavily cloaked in our bodies already due to centuries. So just if you can express it and be accepted in it, that's amazing. And if you don't have a person you can verbally express this to, then this is one of the first suggestions I would have, is working with it in the mental realm, in the mental capacity, is just to write out statements around, I'm so angry I could burst, I don't know how to deal with this is so intense. And then write out some specific thoughts. And this is aiming to release some of that intensity and attachment to those thoughts from your field. As you release it and see it externalized even on the page like that, the energy is partly transmuted. So that's one way to work with it, is through the mental realm, getting the thoughts on the page, and then you can see them. Another way is to, without any verbalization, is to work with it physically or kinesthetically. When you see that kind of intensity, you know that it's a huge amount of energy, and you use physical practices to basically expunge it out of your body. Sweat it, move it, get it out of the system. So physical practice could be like, if you're a runner, going for a run, bike ride, the intensity of dance movement, like your workout, whatever you do, hiking atop a mountain or something. But what would be different about it is that you set an intention, like this run or this ride or this hike or this dance is dedicated to my freedom from this blocked energy in my body, or dedicated to my freedom from what I've held on around this rage, what I've held on to in this rage. So just setting that intention really creates more power in process of freeing yourself from it. So that's the second way, is like working with it purely physically. Just put an intention out, and maybe you do that 1, 2, 5, 10 times. The sweating really makes a difference too. Another way is, on either of these, to support your body is to support your liver to detox. So you could do on a food level, a physiological level, you can work with cleansing the liver and supporting the body. Maybe you do a bit of fasting. Maybe you find supplements and liver support practices like sweat, like the various liver support herbs you can take, or supplements. You could do certain practices like acupuncture or something. If you're going through these things, any supportive practice is awesome and can just create more ease for you. And then a third thing I would say is you can work with it emotionally. So either safely with a friend who can witness you without intervening but just hold space, or a therapist or counselor, someone who can hold space for you. Then you could try to move it physically, either through pillows on the floor, whacking pillows, like punching a punching bag, being witnessed in that, potentially screaming if you have space to do that, and verbally catharting, some of the thoughts that you have. Again, without shame, like really allowing the vocal expression. Maybe you need to do this on a drive in a vehicle too. That's another way. But the emotional expression through like really allowing feelings to come out. And in that situation, if you're not with a therapist, you're either alone in a safe space or in nature or something like this, I would kind of have a time limit for yourself. It's meant to be so fully expressed, it's until you're exhausted. If you fully express something, if you ever watched a toddler have a tantrum, if they're fully giving out their energy and not stopped in it, that will usually get to a point of exhaustion after about 10 minutes. For adults it varies, but if you're fully into the intensity, it could take less. So that one, if you haven't done it before, you may want some guidance, or if you feel hesitance around that, then just try the other ways. Another way is to say the thoughts verbally, and like without the emotional, physical expression, is to be able to work with a therapist or a friend again, just to be witnessed, and say all the things that the rage contains, or the anger contains, like, I can't believe you did this to me. I feel I'm just so angry I could kill. I feel like I could tear you apart. Like I can't believe how betrayed I feel. Or how dare you think you could do this to me? How dare you do this to me? Like, how could that? Whatever it is. But you do that in a safe and contained and held space, either with yourself, allowing to do that express this verbally aloud, or with another who can hear you and is just silently witnessing, really, so that you get to say all these thoughts that have been held in without judgment, without holding back. So that's also really powerful, and you might need to use a few of these methods, let's say. And another one would be, this comes on the physical expression side, but another one would be, again, set an intention and do a shaking practice with the intention of releasing however much you can of this rage and transmuting it into just like your own vitality. Like, I want it out. I want it out. I'm just going to shake and shake and shake and have a shaking practice. I would suggest with eyes closed for say 10 minutes a day for 5 days. Try that out and see what it does. Eyes closed, shaking really vigorously or with all your energy, 10 minutes a day for 5 days, and then just be silent after. Sit and be silent, or after, you have your eyes closed after that 10 minutes. Sit with the eyes closed and let the energy and the heart rate settle. Yeah, and it'll really work. It does work with consistency and intention. So those are some ideas. I know there's many more. I pray that you try any of them, when you try any of them, that it's what feels right for you and you feel safe in trying it out. And I can certainly refer you to counselors if you need it. You can work with me or book a consult to understand more of what my work is, to get beyond any stuck piece in your body that feels like you're not sure how to do it. So always keep that in mind and ask for help where you can, and may you be free. May you be free of it. May you be free and really have access to the full beauty and potency of your energy. Actually, may all people be free of suppressions and stuck places, and may all people be free to enjoy their full passion and vitality. It's in there and it's pretty awesome. Bless you on your path. Mwah.